Hi, I'm Colin, founder of Can Have Today. I've been wanting to find a way to communicate with customers and the audience effectively on how my product works. Today we're talking about soothing Juggernaut and how it really helps soothe sore achy muscles. Now, I'm like you, where when I read these medical documents, half the words I can't even pronounce. I mean, I could read them, I understand them, but to speak them back is another story that's really kind of unpleasant to listen to. So, with technology the way it is, I came across the following that you'll hear of AI voices, and it's pretty amazing stuff. You won't be able to make a huge, they don't sound like robots. They're very conversational, and so it makes it very interesting. And so it's taken the passion that I developed and works on my and many others skin irritations and muscles, in this case muscles, and wanted to convey the message. So all the links, this is based solely on medical documentation, none of it's opinion. And I'll link the medical papers and studies and journals in the description below. And I really hope that you enjoy this podcast. I'm going to be doing a lot more, just getting the information out there. I think it's interesting for myself and hopefully you as a listener. And just a personal note, there's many reviews on the website on soothing Juggernaut, but this stuff, it's no joke, guys. It's frankincense, arnica, and cypress with tea tree, chamomile, lavender, and beeswax, and soybean base, non-GMO. It's 100% natural, no chemicals, no perfumes, all Canadian made, put together by my lab, Canadian lab over in Ontario, and FDA, Health Canada approved for those of you who care about that. Yeah, the other disclaimer that I need to put in here is the Canadian government, and I'll try and put that into the podcast from now on, but for now with this one, the Canadian government warns against sodium borate. For children under 3 years old and for application on broken skin. The reason being is sodium borate used in cosmetics or skincare products over 5% has a negative effect, but 5% or under has a very it's a good effect. Helps heal the skin, disinfect the skin. So we are well under the 5% mark, but I have to put that as a disclaimer to the customers anyway. So without further ado, this is the first one I've done. So I appreciate you taking the time to listen to this, and I hope you enjoy and come back for more. Take care.
Hey there. If you're listening to this, you probably know what it means to work hard, put in the hours, and feel those aches and pains at the end of a long day.
Yeah, that's something we all deal with.
Today we're diving deep on, natural ways to deal with all of those sore muscles and stiff joints.
Okay.
Especially if you're looking for an alternative to like the usual pills and potions.
Right. It's interesting you say that because more and more people are turning towards natural solutions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for pain relief, especially, given all the talk about antibiotic resistance these days.
Okay.
Traditional treatments aren't as reliable as they used to be.
Antibiotic resistance, huh?
Yeah.
I've heard that term thrown around.
Yeah.
But to be honest, I'm not really sure what it means.
Well, imagine your body's like a well-oiled machine.
Okay.
Right. But sometimes that machine can get thrown off by things like bacteria that cause infections.
Right.
Antibiotics are like the mechanics that come in to fix the problem. But over time, those bacteria can become tougher and harder to fix.
Mm-hmm.
The antibiotics that used to work, they just don't pack the same punch anymore.
So it's like those bacteria are getting smarter.
Exactly.
Figuring out ways to dodge the antibiotics.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that's why it's so important to explore other options,
Okay.
especially for like those everyday aches and pains that don't necessarily need a heavy-duty solution.
Gotcha. So what are some of these natural alternatives we can turn to? Like,
Yes.
especially for us folks who work hard and need something that can really,
Yeah.
tackle those deep down muscle aches.
Well, that's where a company like Can Have Today comes in.
Okay.
They've got this really cool system called a product funnel,
Okay.
which is like a roadmap
Okay.
to help you figure out exactly what your skin needs.
Oh, okay.
You answer a few questions about your symptoms, and boom, it points you to the products that are most likely to help.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
No more staring at a wall of products
Yeah.
at the store wondering which one is right for me.
Exactly. It's like having a personal guide to navigate the world of skincare.
Right.
And one product they offer that's really caught my eye is called Soothing Juggernaut.
Okay.
It's a 100% natural pain relief cream, specifically designed for those like stubborn aches and pains that come with hard work.
With Soothing Juggernaut. That name sounds intense.
It kind of is.
Like it's ready to tackle any pain that comes its way.
And what's really cool about it is that it focuses on using the power of nature to get the job done.
Right.
We're talking about ingredients like arnica, cypress, and frankincense, things that have been used for centuries to relieve pain and inflammation.
Okay, now you're talking my language.
Yeah.
Natural ingredients, that's what I'm all about.
Right.
But how do these ingredients actually work? I mean, I've heard of arnica before, but I'm not really sure what it does.
So imagine you've been working hard all day, lifting heavy objects, maybe even bumped your arm or leg, That's where arnica shines.
Yeah.
It's been used for ages to help with swelling and bruising, especially after injuries.
Okay, so if I'm feeling sore after a long day on the construction site,
Yeah.
arnica could help ease that discomfort.
Exactly. It's like a natural ice pack for your muscles and joints.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What about those other ingredients you mentioned, cypress and frankincense?
Sure.
What do they bring to the party?
Well, cypress is known for its soothing properties.
Okay.
Think of it like a gentle massage for your aching muscles. Helps to calm things down and ease tension.
Okay, so arnica tackles the swelling. Cypress soothes the muscles.
Yeah.
Got it. But what about frankincense?
Right.
I always associate that with like churches and incense burners.
You're not wrong. But frankincense is actually a powerhouse when it comes to fighting inflammation. And inflammation, my friend, is at the root of a lot of those aches and pains we experience.
So frankincense is like the heavy hitter,
Yeah.
going after the source of the problem.
Exactly.
But how does it actually work? Does it like block pain signals or something?
It's more about calming down the body's natural inflammatory response.
Okay.
When you get injured or overuse your muscles, your body sends out signals that cause swelling and pain.
Mm-hmm.
Frankincense, basically, it tells those signals to chill out, reducing the inflammation and helping to relieve the pain.
So it's not just masking the pain, it's actually addressing the underlying issue.
Right.
That's pretty amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing those are just a few of the ingredients in Soothing Juggernaut. What else is in this magic potion?
Well, in addition to those power players, you've got ingredients like sunflower seed oil and beeswax,
Okay.
which are fantastic for nourishing and protecting the skin.
Right.
Then you've got aloe vera, a classic for soothing and healing.
Yeah.
And let's not forget tea tree oil, which is known for its ability to fight off bacteria.
Wow, that's quite the lineup. It sounds like they've really thought of everything.
They have, and here's where it gets even more interesting. All these ingredients, they work together in a way that actually makes them more effective than if they were used alone. It's like a well-coordinated team, each player with a specific role, but when they work together, they achieve something truly remarkable.
Okay, you've got my attention. Tell me more about this teamwork concept.
Yeah.
How does that work exactly?
Well, think of it like baking a cake.
Okay.
You've got your flour, your sugar, your eggs, butter. Each ingredient is good on its own.
Mm-hmm.
But when you combine them in the right way, you create something truly delicious, greater than the sum of its parts.
So in Soothing Juggernaut, these ingredients are like the perfect recipe for pain relief,
Mm-hmm.
each one enhancing the effects of the others.
Precisely. And there's actually scientific research to back this up. Studies have shown that when certain ingredients are combined,
Yeah.
they can be absorbed into the skin more effectively, leading to better pain relief. It's like they boost each other's powers.
That's fascinating. So it's not just about the individual ingredients, it's about how they work together to create a more powerful effect.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But let's be honest, when it comes to pain relief, what matters most is whether it actually works.
Uh-huh.
Is there any evidence to show that Soothing Juggernaut can actually deliver on its promises?
Well, while there may not be clinical trials specifically on Soothing Juggernaut as a whole,
Okay.
the research on its individual ingredients is pretty compelling.
Okay.
For example, studies have shown that arnica can be effective in reducing pain and swelling after surgery and injuries.
So there's real science behind these natural ingredients.
Yeah.
It's not just like folklore or wishful thinking.
Exactly. And that's what makes this whole approach so exciting.
Oh,
We're
right.
combining ancient wisdom with modern science to create effective and natural solutions for pain relief.
Okay, I have to ask before we move on, is there anything we need to be cautious about when using Soothing Juggernaut?
Sure.
Any potential side effects or things to watch out for?
That's a great question. You always want to be careful with any product, even natural ones.
Yeah.
One thing to note is that Soothing Juggernaut contains an ingredient called sodium borate.
Okay.
And the Canadian government advises against using it on open wounds.
Okay, so it's best to avoid using it on, like, cuts and scrapes.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But overall, it sounds like a pretty safe and effective option for dealing with those everyday aches and pains.
It really does. And for those who are looking for, a natural alternative to conventional pain relievers, it's definitely worth exploring.
And then to top it all off,
Yeah.
Soothing Juggernaut is proudly made right here in Canada right now.
That's right. Canadian made and owned, which is always a bonus.
I love
So-
that. You're getting a high-quality product that's been made with care.
Absolutely.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here.
We have.
We've talked about antibiotic resistance, the Can't Have Today product funnel,
Yeah.
and the science behind Soothing Juggernaut's natural ingredients.
Mm-hmm.
But how does all of this relate to our listeners,
Yeah.
Those hardworking individuals who are dealing with aches and pains on a regular basis?
Right.
Why should they care about all of this?
Well, think about it this way. If you're constantly on your feet all day, lifting heavy objects or putting strain on your joints, you know how important it is to find relief from those aches and pains, right?
Right.
But you also want to make sure that you're taking care of your body in a way that's safe and effective.
So Soothing Juggernaut is like a natural toolkit
Mm-hmm.
for those who want to manage their pain without relying on, potentially harmful medications.
Exactly. And for those who are concerned about the long-term effects of using conventional pain relievers,
Right.
exploring natural alternatives like Soothing Juggernaut can be a real game changer.
I like that, a game changer.
Yeah.
It's about taking control of your health and well-being and finding, solutions that work for you.
Absolutely. And that's why it's so important to have access to information and resources that can help you make, informed decisions about your health.
Speaking of information,
Mm-hmm.
I remember you mentioning something about blue-collar jobs being particularly vulnerable when it comes to antibiotic resistance.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that a bit?
Sure.
I'm sure our listeners would be interested to hear more about that.
You're right. That's an important point to address. You see, people in blue-collar professions, they often face a higher risk of injuries on the job.
Right.
Cuts, scrapes, you name it.
Yeah.
And these injuries, even minor ones, can sometimes lead to infections.
Oh, wow.
Now, in the past, we could rely on antibiotics to quickly and effectively clear up those infections, right?
Right.
But with antibiotic resistance on the rise, those infections are becoming tougher to treat.
So for someone working in construction
Yeah.
or in manufacturing, a simple cut could potentially turn into like a bigger problem
Mm-hmm.
if the antibiotics aren't working as well as they used to.
Exactly. And that's why exploring natural alternatives for pain relief and wound healing becomes even more crucial for these individuals. It's about having more tools in your arsenal to deal with those everyday aches and pains
Yeah.
and potentially even preventing those minor injuries from turning into bigger problems.
That's a really important point, and I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah.
I think it's something our listeners will really appreciate knowing.
I hope so. Knowledge is power, and the more we understand about these issues, the better equipped we are to make informed decisions about our health.
Well said. Okay, I think we've covered a lot of ground in this
Yeah.
first part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We've explored the concept of antibiotic resistance, the benefits of natural pain relief, and the science behind Soothing Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
But there's still so much more to uncover.
Absolutely. We've only just scratched the surface.
Stay tuned, folks. When we come back, we'll be diving deeper into the specific ways that Soothing Juggernaut can help alleviate those aches and pains you're feeling after a hard day's work.
Okay.
We'll also be talking more about those fascinating synergistic effects, how the ingredients in this product work together to create a truly remarkable pain relief experience.
It's going to be good.
It is going to be good.
You know, one of the things that fascinates me about Soothing Juggernaut is how it addresses those aches and pains that often come with age.
Right.
You know, I'm talking about conditions like arthritis,
Right.
which can really impact your quality of life, especially for those who, you know, rely on their physical strength for their livelihood.
That's a great point. Arthritis is something that affects so many people, and it can be, like, incredibly debilitating.
It is.
What is it about Soothing Juggernaut that makes it a potential solution for those dealing with arthritis pain?
Well, as we discussed earlier, frankincense plays a key role here. Remember how we talked about inflammation being at the root of many aches and pains?
Right.
Well, arthritis is essentially a chronic inflammatory condition that affects the joints.
So it's like those joints are constantly sending out those ouch signals,
exactly.
causing pain and stiffness.
And what frankincense does is it helps to calm down those signals, reducing the inflammation in the joints and easing the pain.
So it's not just masking the pain, it's actually like targeting the underlying cause of the discomfort.
That's pretty remarkable.
It is.
But wouldn't something like that require a prescription?
That's the beauty of it. Frankincense is a natural ingredient.
Right.
And Soothing Juggernaut harnesses its power to provide relief without the need for harsh pharmaceuticals.
I bet our listeners who are dealing with arthritis are really interested to hear this.
Yeah.
Especially those who have been struggling to find relief without relying on, you know, heavy-duty medications. Absolutely. And it's not just, you know, anecdotal evidence. There's actual research that shows frankincense can be effective in managing arthritis pain. In fact, studies have shown that compounds found in frankincense can block the production of those pesky inflammatory molecules that are wreaking havoc in the joints.
So it's like frankincense is stepping in and saying, hey, inflammation, you're not welcome here.
Exactly. It's all about restoring balance and harmony in the body.
Now, we've talked a lot about frankincense.
We have.
But I'm curious to hear more about those other ingredients in Soothing Juggernaut and how they contribute to its effectiveness, especially for those who, you know, work hard and are prone to muscle soreness and injuries.
Sure. Well, let's talk about cypress for a moment.
Okay.
Remember how we compared it to a gentle massage for the muscles? Well, cypress is known for its ability to improve circulation and promote relaxation. This can be especially beneficial for those who experience muscle tightness and soreness after, you know, a long day of physical work.
So it's like cypress is helping to kind of loosen up those knots and kinks that can build up in the muscles.
Exactly. It's all about restoring flexibility and easing tension.
And what about tea tree oil? I know that's a popular ingredient in a lot of natural products, but I'm not always sure what it's good for.
Tea tree oil is a real workhorse when it comes to natural remedies. It has powerful antiseptic properties, meaning it can help to kill bacteria and prevent infections. This can be particularly helpful for those who work in environments where they're, you know, exposed to dirt, grime, and the potential for minor cuts and scrapes.
So if you're working on a construction site or in a factory and you get a nick or a scrape,
right,
tea tree oil can help to keep that area clean and prevent it from getting infected.
Exactly. It's like having a natural first aid kit right there in your Soothing Juggernaut.
Right.
And when you combine that with the soothing and anti-inflammatory properties of the other ingredients, you have a really powerful solution for dealing with those, you know, those everyday aches, pains, and minor injuries that come with a hard day's work.
It's like a one-stop shop for natural relief.
It really is. And remember, we talked earlier about that concept of synergy, how these ingredients work together to create a more potent effect. Well, that's really evident in Soothing Juggernaut. Each ingredient has its own unique benefits, but when they're combined in this specific formulation, they amplify each other's effects, creating a truly remarkable pain relief experience.
It's like they're all working in harmony to create a symphony of relief.
I love that analogy. It perfectly captures the essence of what Soothing Juggernaut is all about.
Now, I know we touched on this briefly earlier, but I want to circle back to the Can Have Today product funnel. I think that's a really valuable tool for our listeners, especially those who might be feeling like overwhelmed by all the different options out there.
I agree. It's such a brilliant way to simplify the decision-making process.
Right.
It's like having a personalized skincare consultant right at your fingertips.
So how does it work exactly?
Well, imagine you go to the Can Have Today website, right?
Yeah.
And you see this funnel.
Mm-hmm.
You click on it, and it asks you a series of simple questions about your skin concerns. Things like, are you experiencing muscle soreness, or do you have any joint pain?
Okay.
Based on your answers, the funnel will guide you to the specific products that are most likely to address those issues.
So it's taking the guesswork out of the equation
Yeah.
and helping you to like zero in on the products that are best suited for your individual needs?
Exactly. It's like a personalized roadmap to pain relief.
I love that. And for those who are new to the world of natural remedies, it can be a really reassuring tool to have. It takes the intimidation factor out of the equation
Right.
and makes it easy to find the solutions that are right for you.
And remember, Soothing Juggernaut is just one of the many, fantastic products that Can Have Today offers.
Right.
They have a whole range of natural solutions for various skin concerns, all carefully crafted with high-quality ingredients and backed by scientific research.
So it's like a whole world of natural wellness waiting to be explored.
It really is. And I encourage our listeners to check out their website and explore the different options. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Now, before we move on to our final thoughts and listener questions, I want to touch on one more thing that I think is really important.
Okay.
We've talked a lot about the effectiveness of Soothing Juggernaut,
Mm-hmm.
but I think it's also worth mentioning that it's a product that's made with care and with a commitment to quality.
You're absolutely right. The fact that Soothing Juggernaut is Canadian made and owned speaks volumes about the company's values and their dedication to providing high quality products to their customers.
It's like knowing that the people behind the product like care about your well-being.
They do.
And are committed to using like the best possible ingredients and manufacturing processes.
Exactly. And in today's world where we're bombarded with so many, products and choices, it's really reassuring to know that there are companies out there who are truly dedicated to creating products that are good for both people and the planet.
Well said. I think that's a perfect segue into our final thoughts on this deep dive into natural pain relief.
Okay.
What are some of the key takeaways you'd like our listeners to remember?
Well, I think the biggest takeaway is that there are natural and effective solutions out there for those dealing with aches, pains, and inflammation.
Right.
We don't always have to turn to pharmaceuticals for relief.
And products like Soothing Juggernaut are proving that point. They're harnessing the power of nature to provide safe, effective, and sustainable solutions for pain management.
Exactly. And for those who are looking for a more holistic approach to their health and well-being, exploring natural remedies can be a real game changer.
I agree. It's about empowering yourself with knowledge, taking control of your health, and making choices that align with your values and your lifestyle.
Absolutely.
It's inspiring to see how companies like Can Have Today are combining scientific research with a respect for traditional wisdom to create products that really work.
It's pretty amazing.
But before we wrap up, I'd love to hear from you. What's one thing that's really stuck with you throughout this deep dive into natural pain relief?
What I find most compelling is the shift we're seeing towards a more holistic understanding of health and well-being.
Right.
We're starting to recognize that our bodies are complex systems. And true healing comes from addressing the root causes of our ailments, not just masking the symptoms.
I completely agree. It's like we're finally starting to appreciate the interconnectedness of everything and how taking care of our bodies naturally can have a ripple effect on our overall health and happiness.
Exactly. And I think products like Soothing Juggernaut are at the forefront of this movement.
Right.
They're not just offering pain relief, they're offering a new way of thinking about how we approach our health and well-being.
Yeah, it's like they're empowering us to take control of our own health and make choices that align with our values. And for our listeners out there who are working hard, putting their bodies through a lot.
Yeah.
It's about finding solutions that are both effective and sustainable.
Absolutely. It's about finding ways to support our bodies naturally so we can doing the things we love
Right.
without being held back by pain and discomfort.
And for those who are maybe a bit skeptical about the effectiveness of natural remedies,
Yeah.
what would you say to them?
I'd say keep an open mind. We've explored some pretty compelling evidence today
Yeah.
that shows how natural ingredients, when combined in the right way,
Right.
can have a profound impact on our health.
It's not just about ancient traditions or folklore anymore.
Right.
There's real science backing up the power of these natural ingredients.
Exactly. And I think as more and more research emerges, we're going to see even greater acceptance and adoption of natural remedies as a viable alternative to conventional treatments.
That makes sense. And for our listeners who are curious to learn more, where can they go to find out more about Soothing Juggernaut and the Can Have Today product funnel?
The best place to start is the Can Have Today website.
Okay.
They have a wealth of information there, including detailed descriptions of their products, the science behind the ingredients, and testimonials from real people who have experienced the benefits firsthand.
It's like a one-stop shop for all things natural pain relief.
It really is. And I encourage everyone to check it out and explore the different options that are available. You might be surprised at what you discover.
Well, this has been an incredible deep dive into the world of natural pain relief.
It has.
We've learned so much about the science behind these remedies, the importance of understanding our bodies, and the power of making informed choices about our health.
It's been a pleasure exploring this topic with you and our listeners. I hope this deep dive has sparked a curiosity in all of you to explore the world of natural wellness and discover the amazing potential that nature holds for our health and well-being.
And if there's one thing I hope our listeners take away from this episode,
Yeah.
it's that there's no need to suffer in silence.
Yeah.
Whether you're dealing with, those everyday aches and pains or something more chronic like arthritis, there are natural solutions out there that can help.
Don't be afraid to explore those options, to ask questions and to advocate for your own health. And remember, nature has an incredible ability to heal and support our bodies if we just give it a chance.
Beautifully said. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into natural pain relief.
Of course.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey and gained some valuable insights along the way.
I hope so too.
Until next time, stay curious, keep learning, and take care of yourselves.
Bye, everyone.
And remember, you deserve to feel good. So go out there and explore the world of natural wellness and discover what works best for you. Thanks for listening.